Hello again everyone, today we're back with some more Shadowverse ranked content at the A3 rank, and today I think we will be try to ladder with the amazing D-Shift deck. This is probably one of my favorite decks to play in the game. It's just super fun, you know. Sometimes you don't win with, you know, the Flame Destroyers, you know, trying to come up with combinations to win with D-Shift. Super fun. The cards, you know, 0 mana draw 2 are great. So this is the deck list here. We're running a lot of the usuals. It's things that stand out. One freshman Lu. I feel like Lu here is pretty good. You can also bounce Lu with Kaleidoscopic against decks like Driving Craft who don't play any 2 or less play point followers. I really like the Secrets of Erasmus. In rare occasion, it allows us to hit the Shadow Reaper, which is a huge problem for decks like this, and it can also be cast on an empty board, which some of these spells like Wind Blast cannot, if we just need a spell boost. Finally, we also have Fire Chain, which I'm contemplating taking out of the deck. Super powerful spell, allows us to clear a lot with a little, but the fact that it has to cost 4 mana is a little high. I only have one Merlin. Merlin is an interesting one. It's super powerful on turn 4, turn 5 with an evolve. Otherwise, just getting you spell boost cards in like 4, 5, 6. If it gets you a D-Shift, it's only okay, not that good. So I haven't gone around to crafting that. You know, there's a lot of legendaries I still need to craft. Looking at the last video, and everything else besides, there's one of Witch Bolt that I feel like is an interesting one. I would go for maybe a Red Hot Ritual, or I just really need something to remove cards. And I felt like Witch Bolt was, you know, 3 mana for 4 damage, kills a lot of 2 play point evolved followers, and if we're able to go maybe some sort of Levi evolve and into Witch Bolt, it could be pretty good. Get us some cards in hand. We're playing against Forest Craft, going first. Probably be playing some sort of Roach deck. Summon Ice Form is not very good right now on turn 3. Do I want the Freshman Lu? I think I'm gonna go for this. Conjure Golem is just not necessarily the greatest in this matchup. We do draw some pretty good cards in the matchup. Fire Embrace is not that good, but it's definitely a serviceable card, letting us to deal with, you know, maybe a Jungle Warden or a Fortune Hunter for cheap. We'll definitely go for the Lu here. Hopefully we get a D-Shift. So besides D-Shift, Fate's Hand is one of the more important cards I think to get, because it allows us to go through our deck and get a lot of different cards. Flame Destroyer is pretty nice too. We'll go Magic Missile onto the 2/2.
No, I can't be late.
And then we'll just go ahead and trade in. That's gonna save us 2 points of damage. And if for some reason he had the Ancient Elf on turn 3, it would also save us some damage there. So Goblin Mage, he's definitely playing the Roach style. There's our D-Shift. Magic Missile first. So if in case we draw a spell boost card, then we'll go Conjure Golem. Next turn, Vist Elf Butler.
You're done for.
That is an interesting play. I did not expect that. It's a little high in the... So do I want to go Merlin here and just trade in? Or do I want to go Summon Ice Form? I feel like Merlin trade in is fine if I draw Wind Blast off the one of the 2. There is a Wind Blast. So we're gonna go ahead and be able to evolve here.
You're done for.
We won't mill, which is good.
A revelation.
We are gonna be taking a lot of
Death draws
damage.
near. My time has come.
I think this is fine. So we're going to be taking at least 6 damage, probably 8, with a decent hand. But hopefully we'll be able to stymie some of his
I'm here, everyone.
Lissa. That's probably the worst card we could see. I think it...
Let me help.
I don't think we can target or anything, right? Can't be damaged by effects. Can't be damaged by spells and effects. So the Fiery Embrace is still gonna work out here. If that's the case, I think we go for the Summon Ice form. I think I can safely go Fate's Hand here. Those are pretty good. So the question is if we want to Sorcery Cash into the D-Shift. Because if we don't, we can actually get some tempo with the Fiery Embrace here. I think it's just safer to go for the Fiery Embrace on that. Which luckily does kill. Because some of the cards, you know, uncounterable cannot be dealt damage are a little confusing, but luckily that one played out in our favor. We could die here. I don't think we can die here. But if he had 7 mana, we might have been able to some type of roach shenanigans.
You're an intruder.
Okay, that's interesting.
This
So
ends
he
here.
is going to be pushing a lot of damage, which is not very good.
Out of my sight. Unbelievable.
Kind of a problem here. So I definitely think we want to be playing Levi Evolve.
I'm just amazed. Who's as old as dirt?
We'll go ahead, go for
It
that
won't be long
first.
now.
It's
Now
just
we
like
lay
back
out
in
our
the
options
old
in
days.
hand. Wind Blast is fine here. I think we do trade our Levi here. So we go here.
Stop.
Go for that. This.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Go for the Summon Ice form to try and block off some damage. I think I can go Fates here. Insight is an amazing draw, actually. We will see what we can come up with. I don't think we're in a very good position. It is somewhat hard for him to kill.
May I ask your name?
It's kind of bad. So let's see, if I Sorcery Cash here into the D-Shift, I'm gonna need something good. Wind Blast, I think this... Well, we're gonna just have to pray that he doesn't have a Roach, which is kind of impossible, but that's our only win condition, unfortunately. Could have killed him next turn, but he just put on a little too much pressure. I don't think there's a way he can't deal 4 damage. Sell
You
Wind's
won't
Command.
escape.
So that's an interesting play by him.
You're nothing to one who's bested gods.
So this thing can't attack. So let's see. If we go Magic Missile to his face, go Conjure Golem and Conjure Golem, that puts us to 5 mana. These will both go down to Ooh, that's unfortunate. We won't be able to double Conjure Golem. We'll have to see what we can do. So, Conjure Golem. Gonna put these down to 8. Actually, that does work out. So, Conjure Golem again. Because we're able to cast the D shift, which will lower the cost of the Flame Destroyer. So if we top deck something good, we'll be able to kill him. Otherwise, it's kaleidoscopic. Okay, so we're gonna go for the attacks first.
Oh, come on!
Kaleidoscopic, my own guy. Hopefully draw a magic missile or angelic. Another kaleidoscopic, which we'll play. Try and draw into sorcery cache. Magic missile to face. Try and draw insight. We keep going down. Unfortunately, we did not get there. The only play is to try and
Nice aim you've got.
stall it out. We did have not that many cards. I think we cast one magic missile already this game, but unfortunately looks like it's gonna be the loss. Silver Bolt, yep.
Impressive.
It's a little
Looks like
unfortunate.
you won.
Messed up by 1 damage. But I still think it was overall a pretty fun game. D-shift games are thinkers. But I don't really think D-shift is very good in the meta right now. I mean, it seems like whenever I play against it, they're able to go off in like maybe turn 7, maximum turn 8. But whenever I play the deck, I get a bad turn 8 or turn 9 or 10. I think Haven is probably the best matchup for D-shift. We'll see. We get Shadow being the worst, and Sword not far behind.
I guess you're looking
So if
for
it
a
is
fight.
Frog Sword,
You
we
have
run a
died.
Secrets. I don't think I even want Flame Destroyer. Depends what type of sword this is. It's possible like a 5 mana 7/7, 4 mana 7/7 is good enough in this matchup, and we don't actually win with D-shift. The problem with that line of thinking is this deck doesn't have too many win conditions, aside from a couple Flame Destroyers, so if he kills them, we're in a bad spot.
Welcome home, sir.
So Maid Leader is an interesting one. I'm really hoping he plays the frog.
Apologies, sir.
That'll make our secrets really, really powerful. Taking out one of the only 2 frogs in his deck, if he is playing frog. Blitz Lancer. So this looks to be a more control-y style, which is probably bad that I kept the Flame Destroyers, because generally you always want the D shifts out earlier, because they take a much longer
Mad Cyclone.
to deal with. I definitely want to cast the Conjure Golem here. Evolve. And it's interesting to see what I want to do with it. So I can definitely attack. I think I don't kaleidoscopic it back. Even though it would make my Fate's Hands real good, which Fate's Hands, once they ramp up to 0 or 1 mana, is super powerful cards. Probably gonna play a Luminous Mage here, is what I'm guessing, which is pretty bad. I do have the removal for it, with the Witch Bolt and Kaleidoscopic to bounce the Luminous Knight back, but doesn't look too good here.
Sky Knights,
Albert.
prepare for battle.
Maybe he is playing a frog. I think he just goes face
A
here.
little blood won't stop me.
Yep, so
Unbelievable.
take that to the face. Good news is we do get the draw with the Witch Bolt here. Unfortunately, it's a Fire Embrace. I am gonna go ahead and Fate's Hand here, just so I can try and boost up everything else, and then go for the trade. At 6 mana. No, he's probably not playing Otohime. Probably just some weird aggressive sword. Floral Fencer is kind of an issue here.
Floral Flurry.
My loyalty is ironclad.
I think I'm gonna go for the Conjure Golem. And I haven't drawn any of my D-shifts yet, which is really unfortunate.
Won't be long now.
But I'm gonna go ahead and use a Flame Destroyer because you don't always need 2 Flame Destroyers. You generally do want 2 D-shifts though. If I'm gonna be winning the game with D-shifts this game. Maybe that's incorrect. Angelic Barrage. What kind of deck is he playing? It's good for me because he doesn't have any more evolve points. So he trades in there. Whole Souled Swing would be what I expect, yep. So I dealt with that threat. If there's anything I've done, I have bought a lot of time. Okay, Levi's really good. I'm gonna go ahead and not use Levi because I can just do that. Levi can be part of the package. That wins us the game. If we decide to ever draw a D-shift. Let's see if we can find it here.
It's short for Lou.
We just cannot find a D-shift today. I'm gonna go for Conjure Golem here. So we have a lot of really solid cards in our hand with no D-shift. I really want to cash in the Sorcery Cache there, but in case we milled the D-shift, I think it's correct to do that. We may have to Sorcery Cache next turn onto something if we don't draw a D-shift. Hopefully, maybe we draw Merlin. Would be the only thing, you know, better than evolving Levi for. But I just have no idea what to expect. Maybe Fangblade? But he does just go ahead and play the Luminous. Captain Lesia. Huh. That's interesting.
My friends are everything to me.
So we can easily kill his board. Insight's very good to thin through a deck for and get D-shift. Nope, no D-shift. Running out of actual spell boost cards that aren't D-shift, which is interesting. I think there's three, so we can go 3 here.
But I was just warming up.
Go there.
I won't lose again.
I think we go Levi. I think we do have to go for the Fire Embrace on this.
Take up my shield.
Because I want to save the Angelic Snipe for the D-shift. Because I could have gone Snipe face into Wind Blast.
Leave it to me.
But it just uses a lot of resources.
Strength and beauty together.
It looks like he's playing some sort of weaker mid-range deck. Unfortunately, still no D-shift. We threw most of our deck. Man, no luck. Okay, just trade out the Levi. Wind Blast. Play another Levi.
I'm just a mage who's as old as dirt.
I think it's fine to play the Flame Destroyer here, actually. Maybe should have played it last turn. You know, a 7/7 could be hard for him to deal with. Unless he just top decks Albert, but even if I do get the D-shifts,
My tempest shall judge
I could
you.
get
No.
a Flame Destroyer intermittently at the same time, and that it would be part of the win condition there. summon Ice Form. I think I have to Sorcerer Cash here, or else my play, I really have nothing. Unfortunately, I got the insight here, so we finally get a D shift. I don't mind summon Ice Forming here. Unfortunately, this can't attack, even if it's evolved. I think I try to play around the whole soul swing. So unfortunately, a second Grimnir here would be kind of disgusting. That's pretty bad for us.
Strength and beauty together.
Let's speed
Quick
things up.
player. It's interesting. Huh. It's actually pretty interesting. Never thought
Here's a little wizardry.
the Arc Summoner would
Feels
be
like it's
as
been
good as it is right now.
This
Seems
ends
pretty
here.
good.
Now to put some.
So we're gonna go attack there.
Should have been quicker.
End of turn, this is gonna deal 5 to a random enemy. There's only one.
Hurts.
That should be the game. No Evo points for him, so no Albert. Bahamut is the only thing that kills us.
Abide.
Merlin. So let's see.
Try this on for size.
So we attack here.
Fight! On, fortress will not fall.
Go Merlin.
This is your fate.
Summon Ice Form. So of course we get all of our D shifts at the end of the game.
A bit.
But I think we have enough where we can kill him. You can't do too much.
I will.
Front Door General again, which is a pretty good draw for his.
Try this on for size.
But we do have the kill here, which is nice. Go ahead and do that and just hit the face for 7.
Exemplary battle.
So yeah, no, D-Shift is one of those interesting decks. I think it was definitely correct to play the Flame Destroyer there and not wait for these D-Shifts, because as you can see, we wouldn't have had too much, even with, you know, D-Shifts wouldn't have come online fast enough. Which I think that matchup, particularly against Sword, I'm not able to do that because they don't have too much removal. And after they evolve, they really don't have too much like Rush or Storm besides Albert to get rid of my followers. Whereas against Shadow, they have Ector, you know, they could, you know, drop Serb, drop some Immortal Thane, whatever, and they just have a lot of things to go at. You know, Dragon probably has Bahamut, so maybe you don't want to drop your win conditions yet. So against another rune,
I guess you're looking for a fight.
I think
Let's see you
I
in
face
action.
more D-Shift variants, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably D-Shift. So our opening hand's pretty good. We do get 2 draws. Hopefully we get a spell boost card, but otherwise I'm just gonna cycle Insight anyways. Drawing us ever closer. Not the spell boost card I was looking for, but definitely okay. And Merlin is very good here. Turn 4 Merlin, if you can trade it for anything. So it is going to be D-Shift.
Blue.
Unfortunately, it's a Lu that they play. If that's the case, I actually want to play Levi here.
Who's as old as dirt?
I don't want to give him any value of replaying the Lu. But the Kaleidoscopic. Does go for the Insight. Maybe a Wind Blast on the Levi. That's a little unfortunate.
No!
Drawing the second Sorcery Cache, I like going for it on the Flame Destroyer to maximize my mana. Unfortunately, we draw probably the worst spell boost card in the matchup, which is Wind Blast. Because although it costs 2 mana, Fire Chain can be played on an empty board. which, as you might guess, is pretty good in this type of matchup, where your opponent doesn't have too much of a board a lot of the time, or at least nothing that really needs to be dealt with. Hopefully we get a D shift. I think he's doing a lot better. There's a fire chain, not what we were looking for once again, but we are drawing closer to the D shift. We're about 1/3 through the deck, so hopefully the next 2 or 3 draws will yield the D shift. So Levi here. We'll see what he does. He's definitely gonna trade the Lou. Piercing Rune.
My time has come. No!
So we know he has a Crimson Sorcery in hand. Okay, there's the D shift we were looking for. I think I can go Wind Blast. So you always want to go ahead and play the cards that draw you cards first. We're going to Spell Boost here. We get our own Lou, which is fine. Gonna go and destroy this. You know, the Lou is actually really annoying. It's pecking away at us for 1. We're at a virtual, 9, which is not a lot of life. Insight is pretty good for him. Or her. He just keeps pecking away at us with this little bit of damage. To a point where he gets the Fate's Hand too, which is unfortunate.
I'm just amazed.
Levi again.
It won't be long now.
It's just like back in the old days.
I wish I had a cheap creature like the Lou. I guess I can play the Lou.
My name's Lou.
It's gonna get us something. Flame Destroyer is really good there.
It won't be long now.
And although we
I'll do what I can.
don't maximize our mana here,
I'm all tuckered out.
Magic Missile is fine.
I'm going home.
I think this is gonna be a loss though. He just had, a better opening. Maybe I should have killed the Lou with the Wind Blast instead of doing what I did. Sorcerer Cash for him is really good. Oh, he's also playing Fire Chain. That's unexpected. I've not seen too many Fire Chains. It's a good thing we only milled the Erasmus. The correct play is definitely Magic Missile here.
No.
Insight is good. Summon Ice Form, I think here is pretty good. So the question is, does he have the Fiery Embrace? I think I like this play a little so I don't mill. Uses my mana the most efficiently. Hopefully it doesn't have Fire Embrace. We're looking at a turn 9 D shift at this point. We're gonna try and set up next turn. He is going face though, which, I mean, if he has the combo, he has the combo. Nothing we can really do about that, fortunately. Just go for the Fire Chain. So something like a Summon Ice Form seems like it might be pretty good. I think I still like going for Magic Missile first. See what else we can get into. There's a Summon Ice Form. I will go ahead and go for that. I think I'll just go ahead and play out the Erasmus to pump up the rest of my hand and go for the pass there. Unfortunately, this game, once again, we did not get the double D-shift. Which, if that fire chain in hand, which was spell boosted 12 times, was a D-shift, it was an easy win. So let's see, 7, 8, 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 1, 14. I think we're gonna try the magic missile here.
Unbelievable!
There's the D shift, which is pretty bad here. Angelic snipe.
No!
Let's see what we can pull off. So I can still go Levi.
I'm just a mage who's as old as dirt.
Evolve.
This ends here.
It's just like back in the old days.
If we go Crimson Sorcery Face. Go D shift here.
Here comes
Flame
the
Destroyer.
real magic.
We'll see what we can do with this. I don't think, yeah, that's
Unbelievable.
definitely the worst card that we could have
Not
drawn
here.
there.
Not now.
Let's see if we can Goldfish for a double magic missile or something. Unfortunately, we cannot. We'll go ahead and play that, and
Who's as old as dirt.
unfortunately we couldn't go ahead and get the D shift down to 10, but I think we had to go for that turn. If he shows us a fire chain and just doesn't kill us, then that's unfortunate,
Here comes some real
but
magic.
we're at 5, so
Bone with your lifeblood.
Unbelievable.
yeah, basically anything here. Like a D shift, he has to have more D shifts, right?
With a bang
So
and
he's
a boom.
playing a Daria-esque version. So Daria shift. So if he gets a Blade Mage here, that's the win. Otherwise, yeah,
Bone with your lifeblood.
unfortunate
Impressive.
that he had to go for that.
Looks like you are.
I think we'll go ahead and get one last game here, because these games are a little longer than the Shadow games. So I think we're a 1-2 in this video. Not where I'd like to be, but that's the reason I don't really ladder too much with D-Shift. It's about a 50, maybe even 45% win for me. 40%. So the points don't add up as much. So I think Stormhaven and the Vengeance Blood are the decks that I've been
I guess you're
playing
looking for a
since
fight.
20,000.
Is fighting and
Up the way
despair
up to
all you
30,000. So we're against Haven, which I think is probably the best matchup for D-Shift. You know, they're not too aggressive, and against Stormhaven, you can kind of play around their aggression if you draw the right cards. I really like this opening hand. It has a lot of good things. The D-Shift is definitely good, really good to keep. And then if we get to, you know, relying on these draws, like most 2-mana spells here will be very good. So if we get the Kaleidoscopic, it's going to be able to bounce, you know, a Sacred Plea or Beast Call if he plays them, which he does. Magic Missile's good too. So we got the Insight, which is fine. There's the Magic Missile. Next turn, we will probably be able to Magic Missile. Hopefully we get Kaleidoscopic. No. To be mana efficient, I do want a Magic Missile, and I think it's fine to Magic Missile the dog here. We're fairly early on in the game. Oh, Sorcery Cache is a very good one there. Provides a lot of
Unbelievable.
damage, or a lot of pump for the D-Shift. And we're not under too much pressure here. And there's the Flame Destroyer. So with one more D-Shift, are looking pretty well set. So it is the Storm version of Haven.
Unbelievable.
Unfortunate, because I think the other one's a better matchup. If we go Levi here,
I'm just amazed. Who's as old as dirt?
Levi is so much value.
You're done for.
Takes out the dog.
It's just like back in the old days. There.
I think I just go Conjugal here. Get me a 2/2 on board. It plays into Ancient Lion Spirit, but we gotta play a little risky. So double Blackened is good news for me. Bad news, he could deal up to 7 damage next turn. So definitely going Insight here. Fate's Hand. Secrets. If I go Sorcery Cache here, we have a really cheap D-Shift right now. Now we just need... I think I can go ahead and fire off this on the face.
No!
We'll wait for next turn to fire off this Fate's Hand in case we draw a Spell Boost card. Hopefully it does not have the Dark Jean,
You're done for.
but it's highly possible.
Unbelievable.
Judge of Retribution. We're gonna go ahead, let's see, so I can do it with Levi. Unfortunately, we do not have 7 mana here. I think we're gonna have to go for
I'm
that.
just amazed. Who's as
So
old as
Levi,
dirt?
Evolve,
It won't be long now.
It's just like
just
back
to
in the old
guarantee
days.
it. Levi, Evolve,
There.
go here,
I'm all tuckered out.
here, Fate's Hand, Secrets.
Here's a little wizardry.
So looking at it, we have 3, 2, 7, so that's 12 mana. Fates is gonna reduce it. Oh, Beast Calls are really good for me to see here. They're the only thing he has. I'm gonna be able to kill the dog. I don't think this is a kill. Let's see. Yeah, I would be missing 1. So if we go Fate's Hand, it reduces everything by 1. So 2, 1 is 3. 6, yeah. If we go here first. Witch Bolt. So now we're at... Can actually go down... I think this is gonna be the win. So yeah, even Magic Missiling here. I think I'll go Fate's Hand to be safe. In case I counted incorrectly. So now Magic Missile is gonna be neutral. Put us down.
No!
And then we get to go D-Shift.
Here comes some real
To
magic.
Flame Destroyer, Flame Destroyer. Might as well not evolve in case we draw the Levi. That would be the thought process there.
This
And then
ends
go ahead and evolve here. And that is the turn 7, or turn 8 on our side, victory. Because of the power of D-Shift in the opening hand. And it, you know, decent matchup. We had the Kaleidoscopics, and
I've
we
prevailed
could have
again.
probably lived through the next turn. You know, with Kaleidoscopics for the Beast Calls, he probably had maybe, if he had Garuda plus Evolve, would be on the and a Hollow Dogma. So if you had Hollow Dogma on this one, that would be 2 damage. With Garuda on this one, be 3 damage plus the 2 original, plus an Evolve point. We were at 11 health, so probably wouldn't have killed us there, but that is the game. And thank you so much for joining us. As you can see, we went up, I think we were at 29,000 before, maybe we were at 30,000, and we just went 2-2 and haven't gone up too much. Next time, hopefully, maybe I'll be playing on mobile, which I do a lot, and maybe we'll be at a different rank, be able to play some different decks, and hopefully everybody enjoyed, and we will see everyone next time.